This year marks 30 years of South Africa's democracy, which coincides with the ushering in of the country's 7th democratic administration.
Dumela.
On the 10th of May 1994, the first democratically elected President Nelson Mandela was sworn in at the Union buildings.
And to devote myself to the well-being of the Republic and all its people.
Will you please raise your right hand and say, "So help me God"?
So help me God.
This signified the birth of the Rainbow Nation and a new path of coexistence for South Africans, irrespective of the color of their skin. Madiba, as he was affectionately known, put before South Africans a message of hope for the new beginning.
There is no easy road to freedom. We know it well that none of us acting alone can achieve success. We must therefore act together as a united people for national reconciliation.
This was the moment in time and history which marked the end of decades of apartheid and subjugation. The inauguration was a jubilant ceremony that took place at the Union Buildings Amphitheatre with politicians and dignitaries from well over 140 countries in attendance. But just like the first democratic government in 1994, the country will now be governed under the government of national unity.
Let there be justice for all. Let there be peace for all. Let there be work, bread, water, and salt for all. Let each know that for each, the body, the mind, and the soul have been freed to fulfill themselves.
This time, the arrangement differs from 3 decades ago. Back then, the ANC won the first democratic elections decisively, getting the majority of votes. But this time around, it has dipped below 50% and failed to constitute a government on its own, forcing it to work with other political parties.
We have therefore agreed that we will invite political parties to form a government of national unity.
This time around, the ANC will work together with the official opposition, the Democratic Alliance, as well as the Inkatha Freedom Party, the Patriotic Alliance, and the Good Party.
At the heart of this Government of National Unity statement is a shared respect and defence of our Constitution and the rule of law, including the Bill of Rights in its entirety.
People of South Africa put their trust in a combination of political parties to form one government.
But not everyone appears happy about the 2024 Government of National Unity. Dissatisfaction with the Government of National Unity led to an alliance of smaller opposition parties calling themselves the Progressive Caucus ahead of the first sitting of the National Assembly.
The ANC played with an opportunity to isolate imperialist forces and the white monopoly capital in South Africa.
On Wednesday, President-elect Cyril Ramaphosa will take the oath of office to lead the 2024 Government of National Unity for the next 5 years, with its successes entirely dependent on good relations amongst all political parties in the unity government. SABC News, Johannesburg.